Hey everybody. I'm gonna hopefully be going with this tutorial a little bit better than last time. Right now, what I have displayed here is the layout of the folder. We're gonna be going and using a database for our actual template system, which I kind of stated before in the previous tutorial when trying to show you PDO. As you can see here, I have index. I have a folder called pages, and inside that folder called pages, I have header, footer, home, and help. Now, please be aware these are all lowercase. I kind of capitalized it there. I did not mean to. Um, if you're on Linux, uppercase and lowercase do matter. If you're on a Windows, it doesn't matter at all. But if you want to make sure your system is working correctly, either go all caps or go all lowercase. I recommend all lowercase. Then you're able to jump between a Windows machine and a Linux machine and back and forth and whatever you might do. It kind of helps out with directory entries because that one time that you name a folder with the uppercase and you went to a Linux box and it's not uppercase there, oh, it's a fun day. So, what we're going to be doing is driving off a database. I'm going to be using MySQL Connect just to kind of get this done and over with real quickly and kind of to show you how everything works. Started the database a little bit. We're going to be actually adding on to that database to actually reference our pages instead of using a switch, which can kind of be a hassle, especially if you want to store the switch in a database, and it's not really recommended because basically you're going to be going to grab from the database, store it into a file, a temp file. From that temp file, include the temp file, and then have it run its switch, and not fun. Not worth it, not fun. So let's start here. Let's start off with our PHP. We need to get connected to a database here. So I'm gonna go con is equal to MySQL I connect. Doot. Now we have our host, we have our users, password, and database name and port. So let's go our host first. Local host. Username is gonna be root. Password is USBW. And always restate, never use your root account if you don't have to, let alone never use it on a live database. Only use it when the server can access it, not other people can. Usually root would be your last resort. In this case, nobody else can access the server, and I just want to show you guys how to connect to a database and then run the data off of it in this case. And now I need my port. So my port is 3307. 3307 is required. Okay. For my connection, I need to. I think I actually already connected to everything, but I can actually connect to a database this way too. MySQL I database select. Oh, whoops, I typed that wrong. Select DB. There we go. So it's gonna ask me for my link. My link is con, comma, and my next thing is the database I need. So the database is gonna be test. Okay. Now, one thing I can do here, in case something errors out, I can do or and then go die or MySQL I error. It's one way to reference so you can pop up your errors. In this case, we're not trying to do error debugging, or I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to load up the page for you. So let's just connect those two together. Refresh my page over here. Click refresh. Boom. All right. Database here. Unknown database 3307. I actually pointed to the database, not the port. I can't do this right. So what did I skip? I skipped the database name. That was my bad. I can actually fix that by doing this. Now, I say it down below. I actually can say it up here. It's not something I'm used to doing because I usually don't save the database. So it's not a normal reference on my end. So now we have the database then port. Set in the wrong order there. Click refresh. My error is gone. All right. So now the next thing I need is my MySQL workbench here. Boom, boom. So I have the template table already open. I have a template ID and I have a title. So I'm going to push my title to the page. I have an ID for it. We can go template and we can go name. That can be like a reference, kind of like what we have on our switch for cases. We can make a name for it. And template page. And I'm just going to use varchar on these. I'm not doing anything specific or special on it. So click finish, go OK. So if we go back here, click refresh, boom. And let me drag this up here for us. So we have our first one, which is home, and template name is blank, and template page is blank. So we're going to go template name. we're going to go default. Okay, template page, we want it to go to home.php, which I showed you kind of a breakdown of it. These are my pages at the moment. I'll kind of just slide that there. So we have our footer, header, help, and home. Footer and header will always be loaded, so we don't have to worry about that. It's the worrying about the data that's going to be in between them. So we have that. We need another page for help, right? So we're going to name this help. Help is the title. Or please help me. Just kind of make it a little bit of a fun title here. As everything just pops up out of nowhere. I need to close out of my Outlook. And then we need help.php. So we have two pages. I didn't store an ID. Click apply, click finish. Okay, so this is our data right now. This is how our data is set up, and this is how we're gonna try to pull from it. So we're either gonna pull from the template name or the ID. I'm gonna allow to reference both. This just makes our system a little bit user-friendly in this case you want to go off an ID real quickly because you just set in the data, or you want to go off the template name so you can do staggered names, kind of like my main website. If you ever go there, if you click it, that's actually just one page, and everything's being referenced down to it, which is allowing it to look like you're going deeper into folders or causing names in the URL to help better reference them. It's just ideas to go. In this case, I'm not done going that detail. That can be done through an htaccess file. It's kind of rewriting the domain address or the data being sent from the domain address. So I'm gonna move this back over here. This is gonna be my little reference, so you don't see me look off over here to make sure I'm referencing correctly. Now I have my connection. Now I need to pull data. So we need to first set up our default. So if is set, we're gonna be using the get like last time. We're gonna go ps page. Okay. Make sure I do enough tags over there. Boom. Alright. So if it is set, page is equal to get, and as you'd see, I'm totally typing wrong. I've been gaming way too long tonight. Page is equal to get p. Now we can do some form of filtering on this if we really wanted to. You can go HTML special char. Special characters is basically what that is. I kind of spelled that wrong. Please Google it to make sure you do it right. It's not something I do off the top of my head. It's not the new way of doing it. You shouldn't hopefully be doing that anymore. With new PHP, if you're using anything higher than 5.3, it's not HTML special characters. It's HTML entities is what you want to use, like this. And I still spelled it wrong. It's probably one word. There we go. HTML entities, and then you go comma data, and then how do you want it? Entity, compact. There's multiple of those, so search it up. You have tons of different tags. Some are just for the special tags of HTML, so you can make sure those don't come in. Other things that you might not have to worry about, if you start using PDO instead of MySQL, you won't have to worry about doing this. I'm just going to do that for right now. Else, so we need to define page if nothing is set. And page is equal to 1. Now we can also do more to this database instead of default and say default, find default. We can do that. But we're not, don't worry about that. So now we want to run our query. So find page. Okay, so we need to store our data. So we're going to go data is equal to MySQL I query. Boom. So now I need my link again. So we're going to grab con, go forward. Now I need my query. So I already have my database selected, so we don't have to define that. So we just have to do a define on where we want to find our data. So we're going to go select. I want everything from this. Just for reference, I want everything. I can break it down where I only need the title and page, but I want to just grab everything. It's just kind of a safety margin in this one, let alone the database isn't that big, or this table is not really that big either. And I might love joining a lot. And there's a lot of reasons behind that. This is a really simple system with one table in the database. Now you can add in more for users, but I just want to get you guys working here. So select from. Our table is called templates, or template. So we can go like that. Now I'm going to kind of just quote this out a little bit so it's actually there. Now we want to do a where statement. I'm going to be actually using an or in this where statement because I either can find off the ID or I can find off the name. Both are easily referenced. So we're going to go template ID. Please make sure you're all lowercase. If it's all lowercase in the table or all uppercase or whatever's uppercase in the table, make sure it's the same because you will get an error. If I said a capital E, it will throw an error at me. It'll be like, there's no column like this. What are you doing? That's how that'll end up. It's not the positive, but it's one thing you'll run into. So we're just going to go page. Since I'm using double quotes, I can just send in my variable. Now I can go or. Now, if you want to be really safer than sorry, one of the nice things to do is this. And that will allow the data to actually be purged correctly. Kind of helps out with SQL injection. That's nice to have SQL injection to some extent. That's the other thing for doing HTML entities is stopping SQL injection. That's the whole main point of doing that, other than having random characters come in or removing shit that shouldn't be there. It's another way to do it. Okay, or template name, right? So template name is equal to, I'm just going to call in the same variable, page. Now, I'm going to set it where I have a semicolon at the end. Set that there in case I want to do another one. I can do another select statement and do something off of that. It's great for if I'm doing an update, but I'm not worried about that. Now, one thing I am worried about is I only want to pull back one result. Limit. Or, so if my MySQL query fails, or return false. If data equal false, we need to redo data. So we need to grab our default. So data is equal to, actually, we'll just go right here and copy this. Now the question is, I haven't tested any of this. I don't know if it actually works right now. We're going to have to be doing that throughout our code. So we're going to actually send a test here. Template ID equals 1. I don't actually have to have all that because I want to run it and grab that data. Now, if that data is correct, it doesn't come out false, I want to do something down here. Now, purge data to array because I want to see all my stuff. So, data is equal to MySQL I fetch array. Boom. Okay, I just need my result. I don't need the link because I'm not connecting to a database again. I just need what my results are. Data. Now, another thing you can do is you don't have to do a row, but you can do a association. And I do that, and then we'll do a print r. Print r data. Now, if this one fails, we're going to get false. That's hopefully not going to happen. Or we can go here. Instead of having this one return false. Actually, we can't really fix that. You'd have to add a check in there. To be honest, if you're pointing to the database and you should have it in, it should not be giving an error. And we're going to find out if I get an error here. Doop. Boom. Okay, I got my template. So we're not doing an error. If you do get an error in that, you might want to check your database for having the correct information in here, pointing to with the correct information right here. Now, this is all referring back to my data. Now, what happens if somebody sets in data? They want to go to the help page. They can go to the help page two different ways. P equals help, boom, help page loaded. Or P equals do, help page loaded. That's basically what this template's doing for us. So now that we know we're pulling our data, we're grabbing everything, we have our array slowly pulling itself out here. We need to set up our subpages first. So let's go to our header here. And we're going to go HTML. We're going to go head. We need to go title. We have data, right? So it should be data, template, underline, title. Be our title and everything. And our title tag. Ain't this so much fun? You just have to type this all out. Hopefully it all. I'm going to actually copy this right here because I want it to pop up on the page too. And this would just always be our header, so we know it's always on our header page. We ended up head, so we need to start up our body. Go in H1 tag, list that data. And I'm not designing any templates right now, so I'm just trying to make this come out with some data for us. Okay, so I've got down to my H1 tag, so now let's go to our footer. We're going to go footer, Yeah. That's what I'm doing set there. And then end our body tag. Now I don't have a started body tag here because it's in my head and I'm ending my body tag down here. And then I need to end my HTML tag. Now I need to set content in between. How do I get to these pages? I need a link. Another fun thing. So we're just gonna go UL. I'm gonna go. Actually, we're not even gonna do that. We're gonna go br a href p is equal to. We want to go, since I'm on the home page, we want to go to the help page. Help me. And we can set fake content in here, but I'm just gonna go. Boop, boop. There we go. And then we're just gonna copy this page. Now I'm being really simplistic here. Nothing special, just really simplistic. And I'm gonna choose one on this one. Why am I choosing one? Because I just want to show you both ways. I showed you both ways in this part in the URL. I would like to show you in the links. So we have those set up. Now we need to go back to our index page. Now we can remove the print. We can go right here and say call header. And we're going to go include. I mistyped that. And where's our header located? So it's located in a folder deep. So we're going to go pages / header.php. And then we want to include our footer here. Call footer. Include. With my bad typing skills, include pages / footer. As I choose a lot of P's here. This is not a good time to type. And then call body. Now, how are we going to call our body? We're going to actually pull from the data that we have. So we're going to go include. And this is where we can set our last and final check if we really want to. Like data or false. That's what you can do. Or you can set it to array. Or you can go or array. And what do we want our array to have? We need a template title in it. We do now. And we're going to make that point to home. So we know it's always going to go back to home. That's the only data I know I'm pulling from my array. We're pulling from that, and we're actually pulling from template page. And that needs to equal to home.php, right? Because that's our default page, home.php. So we're going to go here, it's under pages, and now we need to call our page. So we're going to set a dot here. We're going to go data, and then it's going to be template page. And my shift is always there for me, page. So this will call the actual page that we need. It's kind of a nice, cool trick to do. So let's see if everything loaded. Poof. Boom. Help me. If I click help me, I didn't change the title. So help needs home. There we go. Now we're going to see I'm changing between pages here. So now we're on the home page. Help me, home. Help me, home. Help me, home. It's pretty nice, pretty simple. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a comment or like below. If you want to keep up with all activities on the channel, click subscribe. And if you would like to watch another video, there's some videos listed down below here. And thanks for watching.